Okay, so here are some ankle and foot strengthening exercises. A lot of these are ones that you've probably done before, but I just want to put together like a short little routine that you could do. Ideally, I would probably do this before your workout. Or before maybe a training session, just to kind of get your foot and ankle prepared. So the whole time, everything we do, we want to think about the foot tripod. So we've talked about this: big toe knuckle, baby toe knuckle, and heel. So those are the 3 points of our tripod, and for most of these exercises, we want to try to keep all 3 points on the floor or on the ground. If you're just doing these on their own, I recommend doing them with bare feet. So anytime we do any kind of foot ankle strengthening exercise, the more our feet can feel the ground below us, the better proprioception we're going to have, so the better we can train our foot to sort of react to the ground underneath us. So the first one is we're going to do a foot tripod sway. So we're going to have maybe 2 or 3 centimeters between our big toe knuckles. You're going to have your foot tripod on both feet, and then you're just going to shift your weight onto your left foot, kick your right one out and back a tiny bit, and then transfer. So we're going to do 12 reps so that it works out to 6 each side, and being really careful that we're maintaining all 3 points of your foot when you switch, and being really careful that we're not pitching ourselves forward. So keeping your weight evenly distributed on your foot and keeping your chest nice and tall. So that's going to require a little bit of a glute squeeze. So you're going to find that your foot probably wants to roll one way or the other. Try and keep those 3 points. Now, if you're having trouble keeping those 3 points, especially if you find that you're rolling in, or if you naturally are rolling in and your arch is collapsing, if you think about sort of squeezing your glutes, squeezing your butt cheeks together, you should feel that your arches will automatically lift. So you can sort of understand that connection between what your hip muscles are doing and the position of your ankle. So if you let your ankles and your glutes and your quads totally relax, I don't know about you guys, but my arches collapse and my knees are pointing towards each other. And then as soon as I do that butt squeeze, I'm creating that arch lift and toning my quads a little bit. And now my knees are pointing forward. So try and maintain that glute squeeze as part of what maintains your foot tripod when you do 12 reps. Our next one is going to be just a calf raise. So we're going to be lifting just 1 point of our foot tripod off. We want to keep that big toe knuckle and that baby toe knuckle down. So we're going to start just by doing 6 with both feet down. So nice and controlled. So I don't want you guys popping in and out of this. Just control that up and down for 6. If you're feeling like your balance is off, then you can use like a chair or a wall or whatever. Put a tiny bit of weight on that chair. So I don't want to be leaning on the chair, or if it's in front of me, I don't want to be leaning on it when I do my calf raise. It's just there to help me with a little bit of balance so I can keep that foot tripod even, big toe knuckle, baby toe knuckle down. So after we've done 6 both legs, that's when we're going to go to 6 on one leg. So you're going to bring your feet together. You're just going to bend one knee, lift one foot off the ground. Big toe knuckle, baby toe knuckle are down. Slowly lift up and slowly lift down. So with control. So especially on the down, that's when we want to control it. 3 or 4 seconds on the down. So up, 1, 2, 3 on the down. So we'll do 6 on one side, and then we'll switch and do 6 on the other side. So I'm just using my hands super lightly on the back of this chair to help with balance. Or you can just use your big toe on your other foot to help balance. Just the tip of your big toe, so no weights on my back leg. It's just helping me balance a little bit if I don't have something nearby, like if I'm doing this at a field. So we do 6 on each side, and then, so with this next one, you can practice it sitting down. So you're gonna try and set yourself up Once you practice this one sitting down, then it's fine to do standing. But you're gonna try to set yourself up so that your knees and your ankles are both making 90-degree angles. So we've got 90-degree angles here, or right angles. And then we're gonna try and scrunch our toes and see if we can lift our feet up towards our shins. So it's probably not gonna be a very big movement. And I say scrunch your toes because I don't want you to just lift your toes up towards your shin. I want you to try to lift the top of your foot towards your shin. So those of you that have done this with me before know that it's called dorsiflexion. So I'm trying to close this angle off. So if you can do that with your knee right over top of your ankle at that 90-degree angle, if you can't lift off the ground at all at that angle, then you can walk your heels away from you a little bit and do 12 reps like that. But ideally we'd have our heels right underneath our knees and be able to lift off a little bit times 12 reps. If you can do that, then you're gonna do it without the chair. And the first goal is gonna be to do it standing and just lifting that foot off the ground standing. If you can do that, see if you can maintain it and just walk with it. So we're working on that muscle in the front of our shin called the tibialis anterior. So you might even start to feel like a little bit of a burn through here. So we'll do 12 steps forwards and then maintaining those feet towards the shin, we do 12 steps backwards. Okay, so then we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do a mini squat in a clock position. So I'm gonna do my left leg first. I'm gonna get my left foot tripod going. And then I want to just do a tiny squat. So my knee is going to go over my toes here. So again, we're actually working on dorsiflexion. Instead of bringing our foot towards our shin this time, we're bringing our shin towards our foot as my knee goes over my second and third toe. I'm going to reach my right heel forward to that sort of like 12 o'clock position. I'm going to lift back up. I'm going to do my 1 o'clock position, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And all the while, as I'm maintaining that foot tripod, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, toes touch back, 6 o'clock. I'm gonna do one more, see if I can get to 7 o'clock, and then I'm gonna switch sides. So foot tripod, big toe, baby toe, heel. Start with 12 o'clock. So the goal, maintaining that foot tripod the whole time, sending your knee over your second and third toe, trying to make sure that you're not letting your hip drop or lift up too much. And you guys will probably feel that one side is easier than the other. Like I am way more wobbly on my right. I have more ankle injuries on my right, so that's why. So I want you to do 3 rounds on each leg. So alternating legs, so you're giving one side a bit of a break. You should feel even your glute muscles working a little bit here. And all those muscles, even if you look down, you can see and feel all those muscles around your ankles firing to keep your foot tripod and to keep you from falling over. So, left side, 12 o'clock, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and see if you can reach all the way over to 5. Awesome, so we're gonna do that one more time on each side. And that's 6, and then 7. Good, so try not to let your chest fall forward too much. It's gonna be harder if your hands are on your hips. It's gonna be a little bit easy if your hands are out to the side, or if you wanna bring that chair back over, or if you wanna be near the wall, you can help your balance a little bit. But ideally with this, you wouldn't want to have too much help because of course this is a balance exercise. And there's some ankle strengthening exercises that you can mix into your routine to make sure that when we go back to playing, you don't sprain your ankle and then you have to spend weeks doing rehab.